Hola, clase. I am going to explain some of the things that we had done right before break with irregular preterite, just to put you at a good starting point for after spring break. So before break, we got this packet. Looks like this. And I had mentioned that basically everything we're doing in the second part of the travel unit has to do with these irregular verbs. So there are 5 of them that are in the unit, in addition to ir, to go, which has its own song. But I'm going to kind of walk you through what we did before break, what many of us did before break when it comes to these notes. So there's 5 of them that you should know, and we're going to be using these to talk about airplane travel. Tener, which means to have. When we use it in the past tense, it means I had something. Poner, which means to put. When we're talking about it in the past, it means I put something, like for example, I put my luggage in the car. Estar, to be, and basically in the past, that means like I was. For example, I was in the airplane or I was at the airport. Poder, which is to be able to or can. And in the past, that means someone was able to or could do something. Like, for example, someone was able to board the plane. And then lastly, hacer, which is to do or to make. In the past tense, that would mean someone did or made something. Like, for example, someone made a hotel reservation. So you've got these 5 irregular verbs that we're going to be using in the second half of the travel unit. Plus, of course, you'll be using ir, to go, which is the fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. That has its own song. There is a song to help you with these verbs, but before I sing that and review that song with you, I want us to look at the endings for these verbs. These are called irregular verbs, and irregular means that they don't fit a pattern that you already know. So all during the third 9 weeks, we had spent lots of time on regular AR preterite and then regular IR preterite. So if you know those, you can actually use the knowledge that you have of those to help you form the endings for irregular preterite. So we had made a cheat sheet in many of the classes. I'm showing you the top of the cheat sheet, which has on one side the AR preterite endings, e aste o amos astes aron, and on the other side the ER-IR preterite endings, e iste yo imos istes ieron. If you look at the ones that are circled on the top of the sheet and you take away all the accents, then those actually form a pattern, and those are the endings for the irregular preterite in this unit. That does not include ir, which, like I said, that has its own song. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. So for all the other verbs that we just showed on that packet, that first page of that packet, you're going to take these combined AR and ER-IR preterite endings, take away the accents, and voila, you have the endings now for irregulars. So you'll notice that the first one and the third one here are the same as AR preterite. It just, they don't have the accents. And then the rest of the endings are taken from your ER-IR preterite. So now you have a little bit of a pattern to follow to help you remember the irregulars and their endings. Now, as far as the irregulars and their stems, that's where the song comes in. So if you don't already have this irregular cheat sheet, it's on Schoology and you can print it off. If you missed class before spring break, then I have left a few copies with the sub. But now let's look at our irregulars and look at the stems. So that's your cheat sheet. Let me go back. Here's the first page of our notes. And we have our stems, which we had written down. So for tener, it's tuv. For poner, it's pus. For estar, it's estuv. And then for poder, it's pud. And hacer, it can be is or is. In the next video, I'm going to sing the preterite song to help you remember what the stems are and what the yo forms are for the irregular preterite in this unit.